Hello, I'm Michael Buffer, and welcome to Legends of the Ring. The middleweight division in the late 1970s and 1980s was a battleground, with the title quickly changing hands among superstar competitors.
The most prominent group of fighters during the 1980s, as an example, was the quartet of Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Roberto Duran. They all fought each other for middleweight championships, and they were the best. They fought the best, and the fans rewarded them by turning out in record numbers.
Tonight, we have one of those famous matchups. It was a battle of the unbeaten when Sugar Ray Leonard, an Olympic gold medalist, challenged Wilfredo Benitez for the WBC welterweight championship on November 30th of 1979.
What a blessing. Here's a guy that took up the void from Muhammad Ali. Sugar Ray Leonard, he did so much for boxing, that kid. I don't know if he realized it, I swear to God.
Wilfredo was called the Bible of boxing, the Dragon, and El Radar. For a good part of the late 70s, Benitez had the boxing world on the edge of their seats. He was a New York power puncher from the Bronx. He was also known for his amazing defensive capabilities, which earned him the nickname Radar. His opponents would swing, missing their intended target by fractions. Benitez was also the youngest boxing champion ever. At age 17, he defeated the legendary Antonio Cervantes for the junior welterweight title. He then moved up, defeating the solid professional champion Carlos Palomino for the welterweight world title. The defending champion Benitez was undefeated at 38-0-1 when he met Sugar Ray Leonard, the #1 ranked challenger.
Ray puts a lot of pressure on himself, and he was very tight the day of the fight as he went to the arena, and we were concerned that Ray wouldn't fight as well as he could if he was more relaxed and loose.
Many fans and some critics felt Leonard had been a media creation, and that the Puerto Rican bad boy wonder Wilfredo Benitez would prove that. So here it is from 1979, Wilfredo Benitez versus Sugar Ray Leonard in their only meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
In Las Vegas, 1976, Olympic gold medalist Sugar Ray Leonard, 25-0, 16 knockouts. Final preparations in his dressing room as he fights for his first world championship. For Leonard, this will be his 9th fight this year. Fought on September the 28th, knocked out Andy Price in the first round to defend his NABF welterweight championship. Standing room only crowd in Las Vegas. Awaiting the arrival of Sugar Ray Leonard and Wilfred Benitez for this much anticipated showdown. Leonard with some impressive wins on his resume early in his career. And here comes Ray Leonard. And this place will go nuts when Leonard makes his way into the arena area. Buzz starting to build. As Ray Leonard heads to the ring. Trainer Angelo Dundee leading the talented Leonard to the ring. After he won gold in Montreal, Leonard said, "I'm done boxing." But that changed quickly as he turned pro in February of 1977. Strung together 6 wins that first year. Fought once a month in 1978. And here in 1979, his 9th bout of the year. 25 fights in 3 years. That's why he's number 2 ranked in the world. And now the champion, Wilfred Benitez. Making his way into the arena. Benitez, fighting out of the Bronx in New York, born in Puerto Rico. Turned pro back in 1973. In 1976, captured the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship. Defended it 1 time. 2 years ago, he moved up to welterweight. Had a 10-round draw with Harold Weston. Captured the welterweight championship earlier this year, back in January. A split decision, 15-round decision over Carlos Palomino. He defended it in March with a 15-round decision against Weston. Now taking on Sugar Ray Leonard. Very stoic look from Benitez's face. He and Leonard in a stare down. Who will blink first in this match? There's Chuck Hull, our ring announcer. Carlos Padilla, the referee. He will step in for final instructions. There is the belt that Leonard wants. Benitez welterweight championship belt. Leonard and Benitez sizing each other up eye to eye. Little wink from Sugar Ray. And we are set.
We'll be right back with Wilfredo Benitez versus Sugar Ray Leonard. And now, legends of the ring.
Leonard 23, Benitez 21. Leonard a bit heavier. Reach negligible. Benitez turning pro in Puerto Rico. You see, he's only 21 years of age to Leonard's age of 23, but Benitez with more experience, turning pro in Puerto Rico in 1973. Just past his 15th birthday. One more stare down from the two. Benitez's first fight in the United States came in 1974 in New York City.
Signed by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the next bout of the evening. The judges are Art Lurie, Harry Gibbs, and Ray Solis. The referee is Carlos Padilla. This is a 15-round contest for the WBC Welterweight Championship. Introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of Palmer Park, Maryland, undefeated in 25 professional fights, a very popular Sugar Ray Leonard. And in the red corner, the WBC welterweight champion. He fights out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 144 1/2 pounds, the very popular Wilfred Benitez. 15 rounds of boxing.
So the highly anticipated matchup ready to begin. Benitez and Leonard. Ray Leonard in his 3rd year as a professional, fighting for a world championship. Benitez making the 2nd defense of his welterweight crown. Benitez in the blue, Leonard in the white. Leonard with tremendous hand speed. Benitez with power. And a lot of experience as a pro. Leonard likes to keep that left hand low, but he's got such tremendous speed. Turning pro at the age of 15, Benitez. From a boxing standpoint, well seasoned in the pro game. And just 21. Midway point of round 1, good left hand by Leonard. Benitez dips away from danger. Leonard going right at Benitez here in round 1. Whipping right hands, missing with most. Good stiff jab from Leonard. Blistering left hand, flush on the face of Benitez. Right hand over the top. Benitez trying to gauge the speed of Leonard. I guess it's like a baseball player stepping into the batter's box against Nolan Ryan for the first time. A hard-throwing right-hander for the California Angels. Need to gauge the speed, get a feel for it in person. There's the bell to end round 1. And again, the stare down continues. Here in Angelo Dundee telling Leonard, don't load up with the right hand, just box it.
Looking good, Peter. Looking good. You're a pro. He's nothing. He's half nuts. You'll stiffen him. What's your hook will stiffen him? Off your jab. Off your jab. Hit it. All right. Párate. Sube esa mano. Sube esa mano. Muévete.
They get set for the start of round 2. Hand speed obviously in Leonard's favor. Maybe Leonard a bit anxious in that first round. In his first World Championship bout. Leonard landed the most telling blows in the first round. But did load up with that right. Let's see if he settles down here in the second. Let's see if the champion Benitez has unearthed the nugget as far as Leonard's defense and a possible weakness. They have 15 rounds to settle it. Leonard pops out the jab. Benitez a bit cautious. Long right hand from Benitez. Fell short of the body of Leonard. Leonard heeding the advice of Angelo Dundee between rounds 1 and 2. Not loading up with the right hand, at least not yet here in the second. Midway point of the second. Leonard got inside, hook to the body. Benitez defensive right now. Benitez shoots a right to the body. Quick jab from Leonard. The speed of that jab from Leonard makes it seem like he has a greater advantage in the reach. Doubles up with a jab to the chin. Right now, Benitez trying to figure out a way inside. Misses with his jab. Leonard shot a nice right hand to the body. Benitez felt some power there. Final seconds of the second. Leonard boxing beautifully. Yet another stare down.
Sugar Ray Leonard was one of the leading boxers in the world in the 1970s and 80s, winning world titles in multiple divisions. He was given the nickname Sugar by one of his amateur coaches. Leonard had an enormously successful amateur career, winning several championships, including a gold medal at the Pan American Games in 1975. However, he really gained notoriety after winning a gold medal in 1976 at the Summer Olympics in Montreal, fighting as a junior welterweight. Sugar Ray finished his amateur career with a record of 145 victories, only 5 defeats, and 75 KOs. After winning the gold medal, Leonard told sportscaster Howard Cosell he was quitting boxing for good. We'll be right back with more of this classic rivalry. And now let's see what happens in round 3.
Round 3 underway. Leonard has used his jab so far to control the fight. Not a lot of big exchanges to this point. Benitez seems to be having a hard time figuring out Leonard. So far, Leonard using movement and a good jab, like right there. stiff jab from Leonard. With a left hand by Leonard. Benitez slipped there. He was lucky he wasn't countered hard by Leonard. Benitez seems to have a hard time right now figuring out Leonard. How he can get inside. Leonard counters him. Right now, Leonard a little too slick for Benitez, the champion. Wow, what hand speed from Leonard. He missed the combination, but displayed tremendous speed. How will Leonard deal with the distance? He's never been past 10. Obviously, this championship fight's scheduled for 15. Benitez is down! Looked like a quick left hand put Benitez down here in the third. That's the hand speed of Leonard. Final seconds of the third. Benitez will survive the round. And he says, good shot. A flash knockdown here in the third. And Benitez gets dropped.
Wilfredo Benitez was born in the Bronx, but his family moved to Puerto Rico, where he started his boxing career when he was only 8 years old. At the age of 15, he turned professional, knocking out Hiram Santiago in the very first round. Benitez was managed by his father and was a member of one of Puerto Rico's most famous boxing families. His brothers Frankie and Gregory Benitez were also top contenders in the 1970s. The Benitez troupe was largely directed by their mother, Clara. Wilfredo grew up going to a neighborhood boxing gym in New York, where he learned from watching his brothers and other local renowned fighters practice their skills. His speed, combined with punching power and surprising ring maturity for a 15-year-old, were enough to make him a world-ranked boxer by both the WBA and the WBC. We'll be right back with more Legends of the Ring. And now, let's get back to the fight.
Round 4 underway. Benitez dropped by Leonard in the third. Another lightning quick left hand. How will Benitez change the fabric of this fight? Right now, Leonard keeping it on the outside. He's boxing where he can exhibit and use superior hand speed, everything off the jab. There's another one, peppering the face of Benitez. And see, Benitez wants to shoot that right hand over the top of Leonard. He keeps that left hand low, but Leonard is so fast with that hand. He sticks it right up and scores a jab. Right hand to the body, to the kidney area. Benitez not able to muster any offense here. Lead right hand, fell a little short. There's a right hand that's scored by the champion Benitez, his best punch of the fight. Seems as if every time Benitez gets inside that jab and gets in close, Leonard's hand speed is too much, and Leonard wins the exchange. Leonard caution for pushing down the head of Benitez. Leonard again loading up with that right hand. He's missed it over the top on several occasions. Benitez getting a little rhythm here. There's the bell to end the fourth. Benitez landed his best punch of the fight in the fourth. But did he do enough to win the round?
Se está cansando ese tipo. Dame el agua, dame el agua.
21-year-old Wilfred Benitez making the second defense of his WBC welterweight championship.
Dame acá, no se lo ponga todavía. Respira por la boca y aprieta en el área. Apriétasela. Apriétala aquí, respira por la boca. Ahí.
How will he negate the hand speed of Ray Leonard? Round 5 underway. Benitez was dropped near the end of round number 3. At stake, Benitez WBC World Welterweight Championship. Sugar Ray Leonard in his first title fight, in his first world title fight. Leonard allowing Benitez to be first here. Looks like Leonard slipped there. Ring canvas a little slick. That can be dangerous. Left hook, partially blocked by Benitez. Almost looks like Leonard now is trying to counter Benitez a little bit. Let Benitez make the first move and then use his hand speed to punish him on the way in. Good left hand from Leonard. Benitez not able to muster much offense here. One punch at a time. Either that or he's out of range. He reaches and Leonard taps him with a jab. Leonard digs in with a right cross. Benitez looks a little tentative right now. Even after a double or triple jab. Not really stepping into the fray. Steps in there. Gets Leonard, and Leonard responds. End of round number 5. As Ray Leonard in his first bid for a world championship, taking on Wilfred Benitez.
After his success at the Olympics, Leonard wanted to go to college. However, his father became ill and his family needed money. With no endorsement contracts offered him, Leonard announced his intention to become a pro boxer. Angelo Dundee, one of Muhammad Ali's trainers, was brought in to be Leonard's manager and co-trainer.
He became a fighter because he wanted to do something for his mother and father. See, he was a different ball game, a different sell, home cooking. There's a guy that wants to do something for his family. He really didn't want to be a fighter. You know, and then the Ray Charles thing. Oh, he's after Sugar Ray. He wasn't. He was named after Ray Charles, the singer. That's where he got the name.
Sugar Ray would make $40,000 for his first professional fight, a high amount of money for a pro debut at the time.
And man, the guy was a champion. He was a great fighter. I enjoyed working with him.
But Sugar Ray Leonard, the 1976 gold medalist, is posing some problems for the ring-savvy Benitez. Every time Benitez doubles up his jab and gets inside, Leonard has a blistering combination for him. Whether it lands or not, it deters Benitez and causes him to back away and reset. Leonard running a very smart fight technically. Loading up with the right hands in round 1. His trainer, Angelo Dundee, pointed that out after the first round. Leonard settled down. In round number 3, he dropped Benitez late in the round with a fast left hand. Flash knockdown. But a knockdown nonetheless. I have it 5-0 for the challenger, Leonard. But a long way to go in the scheduled 15-rounder. Here's Leonard landing a shot, getting out of range. Now referee Carlos Padilla has called time. Oh, and there's a cut. Benitez is cut on the forehead. And blood streaming down his face. Don't know if that was from a punch or an accidental clash of heads. It's right on the top of the forehead. Now Benitez, tasting his own blood, digs in against Leonard, and that's how round number 6 ends. Now they'll work on that cut. Problem with anything above the eye line is once that cut reopens during the course of the round, the boxer has to deal with the blood and sweat running into the eyes. Take a look right here. Let's see if it was a clash of heads or a punch. Right there. Boom. There's your cut. Accidental clash of heads. High on the forehead of Benitez. And blood dripping into the eye, that could be a problem. Because if it drips into the eye as a punch is coming, it could mean havoc for the fighter. Round 7 underway. Leonard in total control. Trying to take away Benitez's WBC welterweight championship. Leonard has done a nice job using his skills and God-given talent. Fast hands, fast feet. And a smart fight plan. No doubt laid forth by the great Angelo Dundee. See that blood dripping out of the cut on the forehead of Benitez. See if Leonard starts to pepper it with a jab. See if this changes Benitez's plan a little bit. Right now he's being outboxed. He's got a cut. Does he open up the throttle a bit more? Take a few chances. Benitez kind of shaking his left hand. Wonder if he hurt it there. Maybe getting the elbow of Leonard. Left hook blocked by Benitez. Leonard just missed with a right. Leonard looks very relaxed, looks in control, looks confident. Benitez eats another jab. Masterful boxing performance by Leonard. But he's trying to take away Benitez's title. Is he doing enough to take the champion's belt? Again, Leonard misses with that overhand right. Peppers Benitez with a jab. Benitez with a right over the top to end round number 7. Again, they work on the cut on the forehead of Benitez.
Stay tuned for more boxing action. Wilfredo Benitez went on a 28-bout winning streak, and on March 6, 1976, he made history by becoming the youngest boxer ever to win a world championship at the age of 17. He did this by defeating Colombian Antonio Kid Pambele Cervantes. He defended his WBA junior welterweight title 3 times, but the WBA stripped him of it because he denied Pambele a rematch. On January 14, 1979, he defeated famed slugger Carlos Palomino in a spectacular showdown. It was in this fight that the Puerto Rican boxer showed his powerful punching ability and skillful blow dodging. In just 10 months, he climbed in the ring to defend his title once again, this time against Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's get back to the action.
Round 7 underway. At this point, I have not given Benitez a round. And Leonard knocked Benitez down in round 3. A round he was winning, nonetheless. From a scoring standpoint, I have it 70 to 62 in favor of Leonard. What will Benitez do? Turn this fight in his favor. Can he get inside on Leonard and string together some combinations that hurt the Olympian? Fight stays where it is right now, on the outside with Leonard's peppering jab and blazing hand speed. Benitez could go 30 rounds and not have a shot. Every time Benitez steps in with a combination, Leonard responds. Whether he lands or not, the 3 and 4 punch speed combinations cause Benitez to stop punching. Someone in the Leonard camp said, "Pick it up, Ray, pick it up." I may have it clearly scored in Leonard's favor, but I'm not one of the 3 judges at ringside. Hard right hand to the body from Leonard. Benitez gets in tight. Shot off a good left hand. Final half minute of the 8th. Wild right hand missed by Benitez. Leonard didn't make him pay. Good shot to the stomach by Leonard to end the 8th. For the most part, Ray Leonard has controlled this fight with a good jab. The high water mark, the end of round number 3, dropping Benitez with a left.
We'll be right back with more action with these 2 classic rivals. Leonard easily won his first 25 pro fights. In 1979, Sugar Ray's most impressive performance to date took place when he knocked out Pete Ranzani in 4 rounds to win the North American Boxing Federation Welterweight Championship. Just a month later, a first-round KO of respected contender Andy Price followed. By now, it was obvious to everyone that Leonard was ready to battle for the championship. That's when he signed to meet undefeated Wilfredo Benitez for the WBC World Welterweight title. Let's get back to that fight.
Okay.
Benitez making the second defense of his WBC Welterweight Championship. Round 9 underway. Chant of Wilfred from some of the fans here in Las Vegas. Not overly enthusiastic, but loud enough. Benitez reaching with the right hand. Seems to be taking a few more chances, the champion is. Leonard has not been as busy. Last couple of rounds, he's elected to counter. Exchange body shots. Good left and then a right hand by Leonard. Right to the chest. Right hand behind the ear, fired by Benitez. Good exchange there. Benitez was cut on the forehead. See some blood trickling out. In round 6, an accidental clash of heads. Chopping right hand from Leonard. Angelo Dundee saying to Leonard, pick it up, pick it up. Another right hand to the body scored by Leonard. Benitez opening up. Benitez keeps ducking that overhand right from Leonard. Leonard hooks to the body. Right hand by Leonard, followed by a left. Benitez shook his head, saying it didn't hurt, but it scored. Fairly close round. That could be enough to tilt it in Leonard's way. End of the 9th. Some of the action from round 9. Leonard missed with the right. Benitez tapped him with the left. And Leonard gets Benitez with the right hand. Also got in a little left. Benitez shook his head as if no problem. Here, Angelo Dundee saying you can go all night long. Leonard looks fresh. Round 10, scheduled for 15. Wilfred Benitez defending his WBC welterweight championship against 1976 Olympic gold medalist Sugar Ray Leonard. Leonard a perfect 25-0, 16 knockouts in his 3rd year as a professional. A professional career he predicted would not happen. Left hand by Benitez. One of his best punches of the fight. Looping right hand from Benitez that missed. Leonard has done some good work to the body in this fight. Like right there, Benitez answers. Again, Leonard missing with that overhand right. Round 1, he threw a steady diet of miss. Double hook to the body from Benitez. Both men in fantastic condition. Leonard turned pro as a junior welterweight. Made the move to welterweight quickly. Benitez as well started as a junior welterweight. Briefly held the junior welterweight championship. Made one defense. Check that, 2 defenses, and then moved up to welter. Right hand over the top from Benitez. Little bolo action from Leonard. Good left hook to the body by Leonard. Benitez responds with a right. Angelo Dundee yelling from the corner. Pump the jab, pump the jab. Leonard has worked that jab consistently. Benitez has not had an answer. Good left hook to the body by Leonard. Short right inside from Benitez. That's the end of the 10th.
Unlike other boxers, Leonard did not sign a long-term contract with a single boxing promoter. Because of Sugar Ray's popularity and shrewd advisors, he was free to choose with whom he did business. TV networks and promoters came to Leonard with various deals. As a result, Leonard's fights were either broadcast on NBC, CBS, HBO, or ABC. This wide exposure gained Leonard a tremendous following in America and around the world. It also generated resentment among some fans, reporters, and boxers who felt Leonard was given too many breaks. We'll be right back with more of this classic rivalry. Leonard had quickly opened the fight, winning the first 3 rounds with a superior hand speed and jab. He scored with a knockdown in the 3rd, but in the 4th, Benitez changed tactics and began fighting like Leonard. It was a difficult match for Ray from this point. With Benitez making Ray miss often, it was like looking in a mirror, Leonard later said. In the 6th round, the fighters clashed heads and a cut was opened on Benitez's forehead. Let's get back to the action.
They've done a good job of controlling the blood flow from that cut. Benitez dropped in round 3, right near the end of the round. Good left hand by Leonard. And for the first time in Ray Leonard's career, as a professional, he'll fight past the 10th round. Benitez has been 15 rounds in each of his last 2 fights, and winning the title split decision against Carlos Palomino earlier this year in San Juan, and defending against Harold Weston. And Leonard comes out firing leather. In total, 5 times Benitez has gone 15 rounds. Psychologically, does it have a factor on a fighter? Until you actually do it, there's always that element of doubt about the distance. Leonard not using the jab right now. Rips a hard shot to the body with the right hand. Leonard playing with fire here, though. Allowing Benitez inside when the jab has controlled Benitez the entire fight. Is he giving Benitez an opening? Left hand from Benitez. Chan of Wilfred again. Oh, Benitez got staggered there. Saw his leg buckle. Another left hand from Leonard. Did the trick. Benitez loses his mouthpiece. Leonard jumps in with a right and left. Remember, it was a left hand that put Benitez down in round 3. Thundering right hand to the body by Leonard. Again, Leonard shoots a right to the body. Leonard trying to whip another right hand, just missed. Again, loading up with the right. Looks like Benitez has weathered the storm. Counter left hand from the champion, Benitez. And that is the end of the 11th. Leonard dropped Benitez in the 3rd. He's hurt him in the 11th. Round 12 underway. Wilfred Benitez defending his WBC welterweight championship against Sugar Ray Leonard. Leonard's first bid for a world title. Let's see if Leonard now goes back to the jab. He's been able to control Benitez and keep him at a distance with a good, firm, quick jab. Benitez blocked most of that left to the body. Good left hand to the body by Leonard. Benitez steps in with a combination, followed by a left hook to the chin. Benitez, it's incredible, 21 years of age. But already a professional for 6 years, turned pro at the age of 15. Leonard's been trying to time that big right hand. Benitez seems to always duck it. Leonard had Benitez hurt with under a minute to go in the last round. Benitez steadied the ship. Same left hand that dropped him in round 3. Leonard in uncharted waters here in the 12th. Never been past 10 before this one. Seems to be handling it quite well. Right hand from Benitez. Right on the jaw of Leonard. That's how the 12th ends. Benitez did not do much in the round, but he did end the round with a good right hand. Was it enough to steal the round? Let's listen to Angelo Dundee.
Don't go to sleep, please. Don't. You need these last three. Fight, didn't you? All right. Set it up. You can go, you can go 9 minutes, can't you? All right. You go all night long for a title. Deep breath.
Heard Angelo Dundee tell Leonard, don't fall asleep on this guy. Leonard gave Benitez an opening. Now you see a cut on the left eyebrow of Benitez. And Benitez scored a right hand, maybe enough to steal that 12th round. As we head to the 13th, I have it 117-110 for the challenger Leonard. 9 rounds to 3. And the extra point thrown in after Leonard dropped Benitez in the 3rd. These are the championship rounds. Benitez with all that experience. Can he unload that right hand? Good counter left by Leonard. Along with being down in round 3, Benitez was hurt by a left 2 rounds ago. Round 11. Again, they exchange big shots. Benitez backs up. Don't know if he was hurt or just off balance. He's acting as if he might have been hurt. Is he playing possum? Trying to lure Leonard in so he can time a right hand over that low left of Leonard. Another long, wild right from Leonard. Leonard tried that hook up top, just missed. Fake to the body, went upstairs. Leonard's had good success hooking to the body, right to the rib cage of Benitez. There's a right and left to the body from Leonard. Leonard sticking to his plan. Outboxing Benitez. Is it enough to take away his championship? Final half minute of the 13th. Not a lot going on, but mostly it's Leonard scoring. Benitez just not doing much. Lunging left by Benitez. Leonard responds with a left hook. And a right hand inside. That's how the 13th ends.
Stay tuned. You don't want to miss the rest of this fight. Let's go back to the fight for round 14.
I have Leonard comfortably ahead as we start the 14th, but you never know. See if Leonard goes to that left hook to the body that has been very successful against Benitez. Leonard's a little bit restless. Leonard's trying to stick to his plan. Benitez just can't figure out a way to get inside consistently and hurt Leonard. Probably hasn't had to deal with hand speed like that of Leonard. Referee Carlos Padilla steps in. Benitez tried to time an overhand right, missed. Again, Benitez ducks away from that looping right hand from Leonard. They pawed at his hairline. Don't know if he was cut. An accidental clash of heads. Benitez cut back in round 6 when the two collided with their heads. Accidentally. Good strong shot from Benitez. Angelo Dundee screaming from the corner. Body, body, as Leonard throws another looping right that misses. Now Benitez and Leonard open up a little bit. Left hook scored by Benitez. Missed with the left. Did the champion. The end of round 14.
Very, very close. You got to fight like an animal. Don't back down. Take it to him. Pull him. Standing. You got to win the game. We need this. You got to take it. You got to take this. You got to take it. Look like the winner. Push him back. Right. Thank you. What's that? Go to work.
You heard Angelo Dundee say, look like a winner. Push him back. We need this round. Is Benitez 3 minutes away from losing his championship? He's been down once, hurt a second time in round 11. I think Leonard's fought a beautiful fight, a smart fight. I have him comfortably ahead. I think Benitez needs a knockout to win. What do the judges have on their scorecards? Has Leonard done enough to take away a man's championship belt? These next 3 minutes could tell the tale. Lunging left by Leonard, blocked by Benitez. Leonard goes toe-to-toe, wins the exchange. Again, Benitez, though, ducks away from a right. Lead right hand by Leonard. Combination to the body by the challenger. Good left hand by Leonard to the body. Benitez answers with left hooks to the body and chin. Leonard with an uppercut to the body. Leonard giving Benitez an opportunity here. Staying in close, not using his jab. Benitez scores. Left hand by the champion. Another left by Benitez. And another. Again, Leonard wild with that right hand. Short shot inside, scored by Benitez. The champion isn't letting his title go away that easily. Benitez digging in, so's Leonard. Cross scored by Leonard. High stakes drama here in Las Vegas. Benitez trying to hold on to his welterweight championship. Leonard not backing down. Right hand scored by Benitez. Oh, and Benitez legs buckle. Down for the second time. That could be the difference. Carlos Padilla checking on Benitez. See the time left in the fight. Leonard steps in with a left. And he stops it. Carlos Padilla stops it with 6 seconds to go. Ray Leonard has taken Benitez welterweight championship. '76 gold medalist Sugar Ray Leonard, the new WBC World Welterweight Champion, as he stops Wilfred Benitez in the 15th round. Pandemonium in the ring. What a performance by Sugar Ray Leonard.
The fight was in Las Vegas, and so in addition to betting, which is legal in Las Vegas, on who was going to win the fight, the big bet was go or don't go. Fights were 15 rounds in those days, and a lot of action poured in on go, that it would go the full 15 rounds. A lot of action that it wouldn't go the full 15 rounds.
This was the first time that I really realized about gambling in the fights. This fight was a 15-round fight, and the over and under, I believe, the odds were it would go to a decision.
Now, Ray is winning that fight. It's a close fight, but Ray is winning. He flurries in the last round.
With less than 10 seconds to go.
9 seconds before the final bell rings, the referee, Tony Padilla, who refereed the Thriller in Manila, stops the fight.
And I saw people screaming about, hey, I bet the fight would go all the way, and they were very unhappy that the fight was stopped.
I'm not saying there was anything wrong, I don't know, but there were a lot of happy people and a lot of unhappy people because of that stoppage.
We'll be right back with more Legends of the Ring. And now some Legends of the Ring bonus coverage.
We pick up the action in round 4 from Hiram Bitton Stadium in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Carlos Palomino versus local hero Wilfred Benitez. Benitez on the right side of your screen is famous on this island because at 17 years old, he was boxing's youngest world champion ever when he beat WBA light welterweight champion Antonio Cervantes right here at this stadium in a 15-round split decision. He is now 20 years old, taking on the champion Carlos Palomino for the WBC welterweight title. Action has been fast and furious as we close out round 4. Round 5, good jabs from Benitez. Carlos Palomino lives in Los Angeles. He is the #1 fighter at attraction at the Olympic Auditorium. And he's coming down here to defend his title against El Radar, Wilfred Benitez.
Good right hand for Benitez that connects. Palomino, who was born in San Luis, Mexico, is probably not as stylish as Benitez, but you see that a lot in a matchup between the Mexican fighters and the Puerto Rican fighters. It's always an event when two great champions get together from those two countries. Going to the body. Palomino misses with a wild left hook. Good uppercut from Benitez. A clear blue January day in Puerto Rico. These two great warriors are getting together. Benitez is undefeated in his career, 36-0-1. Palomino has only one blemish on his record. In 1974, he lost a 10-round fight by decision to Andy Price in San Diego, California, but that's a long time ago now. Trying to apply the pressure, Benitez says, no, didn't get me. And that's the end of round 5. Round 7 for Puerto Rico. Good right hand for Benitez. Crowd on their feet. We're scheduled for 15 rounds. Palomino misses wildly. Benitez senses the energy from this crowd down here in Puerto Rico. Good jab. Benitez showing a lot of patience because he knows he's against a dangerous fighter. Now Palomino tries to apply the pressure. And that's the end of round 7. We're in round 8. It has been fast and furious. The pace has picked up each round in this fight. You have to wonder if they can make it 15 rounds. Digging to the body is Benitez. And Palomino will continue to come forward. There's a right hand. Every time Benitez lands, the crowd jumps to his feet here at the stadium. Good left-hand combination, doubled up with his left hand. Palomino continues to come forward, but he's a little cautious now with his jab. Tries an uppercut. Benitez, another quick right hand as we close out round 8. Round 9 for Puerto Rico. Palomino trying to apply the pressure inside, but he continues to catch big right hands. But he's stepping up the pace. Palomino likes to work from the inside. And it is really on in round 9. Palomino trying to dig to the body, catching the right hand across the chin. Good counter right there for Benitez. It has been this way throughout this fight. Scheduled for 15. Benitez likes to fight from the outside. Palomino likes to fight from the inside. There's that right hand right to the chin once again. We are in Puerto Rico. Palomino versus Benitez. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. You don't want to miss the rest of this fight. Let's go back to the fight. It's round 10.
We're in round 10. It has been fast-paced. It has been furious here in Puerto Rico. Benitez trying to unload some combinations on Palomino, who's been showing his world-famous chin in this fight. You'll see Palomino every time he tries to get the fight inside, he has to suffer the consequences from Benitez. We're scheduled for 15, and it has been the right hand of Benitez which has been most effective. Palomino knows he's got to get inside. Just ate a left hand right there. And that's the price you pay when you try to get inside on Benitez. We pick up the action, round 13, scheduled for 15. Left hand from Benitez lands to the temple of Palomino, who's taken a lot of punishment in this fight. But he keeps coming forward. And every time Benitez lands a punch, the crowd jumps to his feet. There's a good left hand for Palomino, doing what he needs to do in this fight, which is use his jab and get inside and work the body a little bit of Benitez. Just above the belt line with some of those punches for Palomino. That's the end of round 13. We're in the 14th round. What a grueling fight it's been. Non-stop action here as we expected from Palomino and Benitez. Palomino trying to mount a little bit of offense here in the 14th round. He keeps coming forward. Good left hand from Benitez. If he keeps that left hand going like that, it could be serious trouble here in the last couple of rounds for Palomino. That's right where Palomino wants to be, right there, but he also got tagged with a right hand, a quick right hand. Benitez tried a combination. 14th round of a long fight on a January day in Puerto Rico. Doubling up with a jab is Benitez. Looks no worse for the wear. 14th round, but he's still quick and he's still dangerous. Palomino digging into the body. Benitez would do best to get off those ropes, but he is effective. A little rope-a-dope action right here. Benitez firing combinations. Palomino digging into the belt line. Benitez, a new strategy. Saying, bring it on. Good combination to the head. They're going at it now, full force, both of them. It's a war of wills right here on the ropes. Exchanging combinations. Benitez, then Palomino. That's the end of round 14. The crowd rises. We're in the final seconds of round 15, and what a ride it's been here in Puerto Rico so far. Two warriors who haven't given an inch. Palomino continuing to dig to the body, and there's the bell. What a fight. Neither fighter willing to give in. Of course, the locals cheering their hero, Wilfred Benitez. But we have to await a decision.
Vota 143, 148. El nuevo campeón, Wilfred Benitez.
Wilfred Benitez has just won the WBC welterweight title, taking it away from the champion Carlos Palomino in a 15-round decision here in Puerto Rico in front of the home fans.
We'll be right back with more Legends of the Ring.
Leonard steps in with a left, and he stops it. Carlos Benitez stops it with 6 seconds to go. Ray Leonard has taken Benitez welterweight championship.
It wasn't until the later rounds that Ray began to take over the fight. In the 11th, he knocked out Benitez's mouthpiece. In the 15th, a strong uppercut sent the champion to the canvas. Although Benitez got up, the referee stopped the fight after 2 more punches. Ray Leonard was the new welterweight champion of the world. Those experts who had predicted victory for Benitez had their eyes open. Benitez could not figure out Leonard, who was as powerful as he was quick. However, Sugar Ray later stated, no one can make punches like he did.
And Ray had a way of finishing fights and doing what he had to do down the stretch, and he prevailed. And it was a remarkable performance by a young fighter against very underrated Wilfred Benitez.
Benitez went on to fight other superstars of the period. He won the light middleweight title for Maurice Hope and defended it successfully against Roberto Duran in a fight known as War of Pride. Then on December 3rd, 1982, he lost by 15 rounds in a decision to Thomas Hitman Hearns in a hotly disputed match. Benitez's career went downhill after the fight with Hearns, as did his lifestyle. He made an attempt at a comeback and traveled to Buenos Aires to suffer a loss to Carlos Herrera. After the bout, his money for the fight was stolen by the fight's promoter along with his documents and passport, and he was stranded in Argentina for 1 year. After much government huddling and talks, he was finally able to fly back home to Puerto Rico. Like so many other boxing stars, he soiled his record by insisting on boxing until he was physically not up to the task. And like many other champions, he doesn't know what happened to his money, which his father, who was his manager and trainer, had handled for him. This was one of the first father and son boxing teams in history. Benitez now lives with his mother, Clara, on a $200 a month pension provided by the WBC. He's been diagnosed with a condition which seriously affects his health. Some doctors assess that this ailment is a direct result of all the punches he received as a boxer. Sugar Ray Leonard went on to defeat all the superstars of the time, Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearns, and marvelous Marvin Hagler. He later retired, but like most boxers, returned to the ring. He came back to fight world junior middleweight champion Terry Norris. Leonard suffered 2 knockdowns and was easily beaten in a unanimous decision. After the verdict was announced, a battered Leonard took the microphone and once again announced his retirement. Ahead were very difficult times. After the fight, Leonard admitted to a stint with cocaine. He told reporters that his problems were caused by a need to be involved in the sport of boxing. In 1997, at the age of 40, Sugar Ray Leonard launched his final boxing comeback against former lightweight champion Hector Macho Camacho. It was obvious he wasn't the boxer of 10 years ago, and Ray was knocked out in the 5th round. After this humiliating defeat, it was finally enough for the great Sugar Ray Leonard, and he has not fought since.
You know, the guy that got the most illumination in that era was Ray Leonard after Muhammad. That's why I respect what he done. He carried the torch for us because he kept boxing alive.
I'm Michael Buffer. Thanks for watching Legends of the Ring.